Scorpio, welcome to your September 2023 monthly reading here. We're just going to go ahead and jump straight in, my friends, like we always do. And we're going to take a look and see what the energies are surrounding you here, Scorpio, for the rest of the month. For the month. All right, let's see. The Star card is your current energy with the Knight of Pentacles, and you have that Four of Swords here. So this is the first row. Yes, we're doing a different spread. Just changing it up, getting creative here. Which in turn, you could be doing the same thing, especially with that Star card being here, Scorpio. Any progress is good progress for you at this time. And that may be actually a message that you have been really telling yourself more and more lately, that, you know, slow and steady wins the race. And that, you know, there's no rush. So let's see. Your challenge here is the King of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Now, there's three people here. So for some of you, there could this could be certain people. Now, these are the challenges throughout the month. And I kind of feel here that your energy is like fluctuating. It's like 1 minute, 1 minute you're highly active, and the next minute it's like you're highly passive. But not like passive because you're timid. It's more so like because you're being reflected. Should I just turn this off? I think, yeah. Right. No, I'm joking. You're being highly reflective, right? And also it's like with the active energy and you being reflective as well, like this balance, it's showing you how you can make improvements. And so a lot of you this month, I see here, like your temperament, like not personality, but like your temperament kind of being like yang 1 minute, then yin the next. And it's all coming together though in a very harmonious, like yin and yang, you know, energy that's allowing you to make improvements. So like that's what you're working with, is like being in the flow of life and with creativity and expression. And like I said, for others of you, you know, this could definitely be, you know, people, but it doesn't really seem negative to me, if I'm being real with you. It does not seem negative. It just seems that you're just having to kind of balance your relationships here. So let's take a look at this future position throughout the month. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Hermit, and you have the Hangman. Woo! Some of you have been through quite the journey here. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. All three of these cards are the Dark Night of the Soul, especially when you have this trio. It is literally the Dark Night of the Soul. Now, a lot of you may be going through that Dark Night of the Soul energy towards like you're questioning a lot of things more deeply. And right now it's like, you know, things in your life at this time could be feeling like you're having to sort of assimilate new meaning to things, right? Just think about the state of the world right now. Like a lot of things don't make sense, and a lot of people are struggling, and a lot of people are wanting to know like what is going on in the world, right? Because it's just, everything seems so off. And, you know, the collective unconscious or the collective conscious definitely affects everybody personally too. And it's like this accumulation of just weird energies that we're all trying to navigate through. And that's what I see you doing here for the month of September. But it looks good though, because with the Hangman and the Hermit, it's like you're finding the answers to these deeper questions that you've been having, especially when it comes to if you've been struggling, right? Like if you've been struggling with certain things in your life, and it's like you're just wanting to overcome those things. You're wanting to build more quality in your life. I think you're going to be getting some really deep answers here. So, but let's get back to your reading. I'm just kind of going through the energies right now as they're coming out, and I'm channeling them. But right now, you are. Well, look at that. You pulled this lunar eclipse change card. So there's definitely a change going on within you. You know, the moon, when we talk about a lunar eclipse, it definitely relates to your personal world, your inner world, your private life too, and your personal life. So you have this, a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. We'll see what that is more as we go along. And you pulled this Elephant card, and Libra pulled the same exact card. So if you have Libra in your chart, please watch the Libra reading. But yeah, it says honor, empathy, responsibility, and cooperation here. make sure that you're staying on top of your responsibilities here. And if you need any help or any guidance, it's okay to seek that out with the Hermit and the Hangman being here, Scorpio. Because I think you really are going through a big, these deeper changes in your life. And it's nothing to be afraid of, right? It's nothing to be afraid of, because we're all going through these changes, especially with all these planets in retrograde. It's like we're all having to kind of dive into the unconscious. What are we unaware of at this time in our life? Why does everything feel so slow? Why does everything feel stuck and like almost like the illusion of being stuck in quicksand? So, but yeah, let's get into your reading. Now, this lunar eclipse card, we are going to be having a lunar eclipse. I don't know if it's September or October. I can't remember if it's September or October. So everybody's going to be going through this lunar eclipse change, but you know, specifically you at this time, the reading's pointing out, it's like you're going through a big change. And I think the universe is gearing you and prepping you for the next chapter in your life, especially with the star card. And you could be doing a lot of deep healing work. It's like you're really reconnecting to yourself here, Scorpio. And it's almost as if you could actually be getting like newer inspiration at this time with the star card, or entering into the month, at least for September. Like you're sort of like, if you've been feeling disconnected, it's almost as if you're starting to feel the connection again with life and people and stuff like that. But like I said, slow and steady wins the race. Anything that you have aspirations toward, or the aspirations that you have, the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, is you'll get there. But the Knight of Pentacles is you have to be patient, and you have to actually be productive. You have to be applicable, right? You have to be applying yourself to the things that you're trying to make better in your life. So, and this Four of Swords, a lot of you, it's like there's just an inner peace I get here that you're cultivating, and that you're focused on, and that you're learning about, like how to live a more peaceful life, how to live a more harmonious life, and how to feel the pleasure and the joy with life. So, all right, your challenge, you have this: a fiery climax approaches. It's a full moon in Aries. Some of you, your moon may actually be in Aries. I really do need to clarify. I mean, there could be a moment where some tempers flare here, but I don't even pick that up. When I'm picking up with this, it's like there's like a very passionate energy coming from you when it comes to you being self-determined. And so, and we are, well, the moon is in Aries when I'm doing this video, but I think we are having an eclipse this week. I kind of really want to check. Anyways, just look it up. But what I'm picking up is like, I think you're realizing it's time for you to really take charge of your life and not let relationships or certain relationships with people or things sort of dictate the way you express yourself and dictate the things that you do that you've been wanting to do, right? It's almost as if you're really desiring like this sense of inner freedom as well as like external freedom, right? Because externally we can be free, but are we free internally? Like, do we feel trapped inside of ourselves? Do we feel miserable inside of ourselves? Right? And I'm not saying that you're miserable or anything, but you know, there could be some things going on to where it's like you would love to release at this time. And so I think this is you really taking charge to do those things. And I can tell it's some sort of release because you have this Five of Pentacles in the future position, right? And so it's like you're taking responsibility here, Scorpio. And I think you're really starting to understand, like, in order for me to create a better life for myself and to live a more joyous life, I have to let go of the things that have been burdening me. I have to let go of the painful things, right? And so a lot of you with that star card and your current energy, you're doing a lot of deep inner healing, deep inner work. So that way you can reconnect and actually start to build and create the life that you truly value and you truly enjoy. And that's way more pleasurable. And for some of you, you know, you may be actually kind of lowering or putting aside your ego and opening up to ask for help, or opening up to find guidance in some sort of way. And I think if you do that, you're going to really come to the illumination here with the Hangman and the Hermit. And there's a beautiful, I was listening to a Jim Rohn audio book, and he said, he said that words, communication in words and wisdom are like the lamp to allow us to see where we're walking toward, or where to walk toward, or what steps to take. I believe that's how it went. And that struck me because immediately when he said that, I thought of the Hermit card. And I was like, you know, I'm always thinking about tarot, right? Anything that's like, I'm like, oh, that reminds me of that card in a way. So that's why, you know, this is why this is like what I'm picking up. It's like you're starting to look at the things that maybe you didn't want to look at before. And it's not that you were afraid to look at them. It's just like, you know, you may have swept them under the rug, but it's like now you're realizing, like, okay, like I need to start to figure this out. And I think by doing that, you're getting the illumination and the conscious awareness that you've been seeking. So, you know, and if you are going through the dark night of the soul, it can be very challenging, very difficult. I've been through a dark night of the soul, and I feel like I'm still am, but I maybe, you know, I don't know, but it could feel very lonely, like you're isolated, like the universe has abandoned you, nothing makes sense. And it's like it's almost like you're being left to sit and ponder the meaning of life. You're being left to sit and ponder and think about the things that you value. And you question like everything that you've ever known. And a lot of things won't make sense. And it's like the more and more sometimes that you try to figure it out, it's like you kind of get, it's like you feel like you're being even pushed further away from finding it. And so there is like this also active surrender, as well as like active participation here that you're doing, that is really creating the unique blend and the necessary balance for you to find that deeper sense of conscious awareness and illumination and reestablishing the meaning of something in particular. Damn, Scorpio. Well, it ain't a Scorpio reading if it ain't a deep reading. Ain't that right, Scorpio? Whoop. Yeah, you have this endings and beginnings, and it says wheel here. This card reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune right here. So you're definitely in a transition here. And I feel like change is maybe all you got right now, right? The one beautiful thing about this card and about the Wheel of Fortune, especially if the Wheel of Fortune is in a challenge or if it's reversed, it really, it teaches us a lesson that change may be all that you have at this time. And if you think about where we're at in regards to society, like really change is all we have at this time, because we're not going back to the old world, right? You can kiss that goodbye. And so all we really have at this time is change and having to figure out the newer meaning of life and find inner peace and joy through all these crazy changes and stuff like that. So yeah, keep that in mind. Let's clarify, Scorpio. Let's get into this. Alrighty. Alright, let's see. Clarify this star card here for Scorpio's current energy. The death card. Yeah, definitely some big changes going on. I feel like this death card as well is also you, though, like, because you are the archetype of the death card. So I think you're definitely going through big transformations, and I just think this is just clarifying that this is you and your current energy. You have the Emperor here with that Knight of Pentacles. I hate that it's not focusing. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think you're taking full self-accountability, and you're understanding that what it is that you're trying to work on does come with responsibility. And so you're I feel like you're establishing trust with yourself, right? It's like if you say you're going to do something, you do it. And it's like you're building this deeper and deeper trust with inside yourself. But you're very much in an energy of taking on the necessary responsibility. You have the Hierophant, the Four of Swords. Yeah. And I feel as well as like you could be getting some sort of guidance from an individual, or you could be learning something in particular about balance in life and how to find peace and harmony in life. You have the Two of Wands, King of Wands for your challenge. Let's clarify this King of Cups here and the Ace of Swords here. It's like the intuitive energies, right? Like knowing how to, because if you look at this, right, like the challenge is like, okay, being confident, taking action and going and being who you are, expressing yourself fully, right, and being confident. And so there's almost like you sort of tapping into that again here, Scorpio. And also like the ability to trust your creativity and your intuition and to allow yourself to naturally flow. Yeah, because there's newer things I get here that, well, it's not even newer things I would say, but it's almost as if there's things that you're wanting to work on, whether that's with yourself or whether that's things in your life. You know, it's like you're trying to find and keep the motivation going. Because in times like this, where we're at in the world, I mean, it can be very frustrating. So, Eight of Wands, Five of Pentacles is in the future position here. And I just think there's changes that are happening with that Eight of Wands. And also, too, it's like you're ready for changes with this Eight of Wands. It's like you're looking forward to them. And a lot of you are really starting to lower your pride and your ego. And you're starting to let go of the things that you've once valued before. And you're starting to learn newer things as well in your life that you value. So it's like you're opening your mind up. You're opening yourself up to learn. You're opening yourself up to explore. You're opening yourself up to adventure. Right? And to let go of the old world, to let go of the old ways of doing things and really start to move in the direction of newer things. Yeah, temperance. Temperance is the art of taking what is useful, discarding what is not. And it's through this unique way of integration that we come to find like peace and balance and harmony and ultimately our own philosophy in life and our beliefs, right? And so it's like your experience in life is your experience in life and your beliefs are your beliefs. And sometimes in life, it's like it's hard to let go of old beliefs and the old ways of doing things and what we've always known. But it's like you're realizing too at the same time, like it's not applicable at this time. It's like you must recreate yourself, and that's what you're doing. Yeah, and with that is coming a new renowned, is that the right word for this context? Renowned. I'm gonna Google that right now. But yeah, it's like you're cultivating a newer, deeper sense of meaning, and with that is there's a newer meaning in your life and a newer vision for yourself with that Nine of Cups. So Page of Wands, which is giving you an active boost of motivation and morale here, because it's like, you have a strong sense of belief now, you know, because think about it, like if you're wobbly with your beliefs, like you're not going to be too confident in things, and sometimes we can hold on to these old beliefs that are not really necessarily true anymore, and we don't even resonate with them, or like our beliefs get shattered because there's a new truth that we find. And so when we find these newer beliefs, it sort of gives us like a boost of morale behind like our actions. Does that make sense? So that's what I see here, Scorpio. So I hope that helped. I appreciate you, Scorpios, for watching. And yeah, if you resonated with this reading, be sure to hit that thumbs up for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Be sure to also click the notification button bell. It'll notify you whenever I upload your videos. And yeah, if you want to book a personal reading with me, those are on sale. Just go to the link down below in the description, click it. All the details are there. You can book it, and yeah, get them before I change the sale. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, or leave it. I'm not sure, but yeah, so you may want to get it before something does change. Otherwise than that, Scorpio, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all later.